First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother Dawaba from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson. And I think this is somewhat of some breaking news. As you see on my phone screen here, I got Altcoin Daily, and it says J.P. Morgan Chase just released the cryptocurrencies bulls. And I'm finna sit up here and let about 2 minutes of this play. You know, I recommend brothers to watch the whole thing. You're going to get the whole breakdown of everything, you know, and certain reasons why J.P. Morgan used a certain chain leak or a certain crypto provider. But I'm just going to get 2 minutes because this lets you know, hey, man, these devils they coming. They coming. This right here, we say we're not ignorant of. You know what, I'm going to grab that and then I'm going to sit up here and play the video. We're not ignorant of Satan devices, man. We're not ignorant of what this devil does, man. And people going to be ignorant. But this is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And we understand that with this cryptocurrency, this digital currency is going to come, it's going to be linked to the C-HIP, that RFID chip. And you got to understand that, hey, when you can get when these motherfucking devils control your money, they control everything. If you ain't got your Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, guess what? You're going to fall prey. Now, some people ain't. Some people going to be like, fuck them, you know, and forget that digital currency and forget that RFID chip, you know, but you're going to have a lot of people that's going to follow it. And that's going to be to their destruction if you're a so-called Black, Latino, or Native American. But I'm going to sit up here and let this guy play so you can understand exactly, hey, we're not ignorant of Satan devices. Hey, if J.P. Morgan is investing in this crypto, how long, and he owns one of the biggest banks in the world, how long you think it's going to be before he implement it in his bank? So with that being said, let's go ahead and let this play for 2 minutes.
Massive news today if you're invested in crypto. $4 trillion asset manager JP Morgan Chase has settled its first transaction on a public blockchain using Chainlink and Ondo to move tokenized treasuries. And let me put this in perspective for you, because Altcoin Daily put Chainlink on your radar over 6 years ago. We were telling you about Chainlink when it was just a few dollars.
All right, welcome back.
Oh, let me say this. Let me use the Copyright Act of 1976. I'm not using this for any financial gain or any monetary gain. I'm just using this for educational and teaching purposes.
Everybody, my name's Austin. Today we're talking about Chainlink, Polkadot, JP Morgan, and Ethereum. Hit subscribe if you like staying informed.
We were telling you about Ondo mid last year. Now, Ondo's only been in existence for about a year. But point is, if you subscribe to Altcoin Daily, you've done very well in crypto just by watching one video per day. And now the news today is this. JP Morgan Chase steps beyond their walled garden to settle transactions on a public blockchain. And even though Jamie Dimon has been fudding cryptocurrency for almost a decade, telling you that cryptocurrency has no real use case.
I've always been deeply opposed to crypto, Bitcoin, etc. You pointed out the only true use case for it is criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance, and that is a use case. If I was the government, I'd close it down.
All while Jamie Dimon was telling you that cryptocurrency has no value, Altcoin Daily was sharing with you the truth that JP Morgan had been building using Ethereum the whole time.
Pretty significant news involving Ethereum, at least for Ethereum infrastructure and software firm Consensus, who is right now in the process of finalizing a $50 million raise via convertible debt, and JP Morgan is leading the investment. That means JP Morgan is investing into an Ethereum incubator. That should make you feel good if you hold Ethereum. JP Morgan is giving their nod of approval.
The Ethereum price at the time.
So there you go, and I'll let you brothers look at the rest of it if you want to. But that was all I needed. Because here it is. So here it is. He's against cryptocurrency, talking all that shit. But here he is. He's one of the main investors of it. And they said he's been doing this for years. And that just lets you know that double speech, the lies that these devils come out with, the shit that they be saying. They'll tell you one thing, but be doing something else. But you know, hey, this is really big, man. Because if he's doing this and he's been doing this, how long you think it's going to be before he implement this in his? And he's The CEO of the largest bank, one of the largest banks, Chase. You know, how many people bank with Chase? Millions, hundreds of millions, you know? So with that being said, man, let's sit up here and grab a few scriptures, man. It's just a matter of time, man, before these devils come. But the first scripture I want to grab because I thought it was kind of hilarious. This motherfucker sitting up here lying to motherfuckers' face, telling them cryptocurrency, you should be arrested. They should arrest your ass. It says Psalms 58:3, the wicked are estranged from their womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of the serpent. They are like the deaf addict that stop at her ear. You know, and that poison goes into their doctrine, man. But here, this motherfucker lying his ass off. He's sitting up here saying that the government should arrest him. It's for thugs and everybody. So JP, you just put yourself in that same category. You've been sitting up here lying, you know, telling people, hey, it's not a good idea, but here it is. You got yourself invested in it. And we already sit up here and know that we not ignorant of Satan devices. We understand that these banks are about to go to digital currencies. Because what's the best way to control everything? What's the best way to control what people buy, spend, what they spending on, how much they can use? You know, that's one of the big things that's going into it. And he invested millions. They said 50 million, you know, or 40 million. That's a lot of money, you know. But with that, let me sit up here and go to the real point, because these devils want to sit up here and control everything. They want to be the Lord. They want to be God. But they're about to find out they're just men. And this ain't meant to be long. I just want to sit up here and bring this out because it caught my attention. But I'm going to go to Isaiah 14. And 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weakest the nations? Who weakest the nations? These elites, man. Lucifer is talking about those elites, man. You know, they're about to fall from their heaven. They're about to fall from their good place. You know, when you look at heaven and hell, you know, you look at them as being conditions. If I say I'm in heaven, I forgot who sang that. It was either Frank Sinatra or Gene Kelly. He was singing, I'm in heaven, I'm in heaven. You know, he was sitting up here saying how much of a good place he was in. He was in a good position. You know, he was living a great life. And then you got people that say, you hear people say, man, I can't wait to get out of this hell. They're talking about a bad condition, man. And these devils are about to fall from that great condition. They're in their heaven right now. But they're about to soon be in hell. But this is Isaiah 14:13. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregations in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And that's what he's saying. He's saying, yeah, he want to be like the Most High. And what's part of being like the Most, what in his thoughts, being like the Most High? Controlling everything, being able to see everything, being able to control people and their money. That's where that C-hip comes into play. But also one of the main things is that's going to be along with that C-hip is controlling your money. See, when you and brothers bring it out all the time that I forgot who said it, but brothers always mention it that I forgot who said it, but they say they don't care who controls the country. They don't care who you put as a figure in control of the country. It says whoever controls the money system, the banking system, they got you by the balls, man. You know, no pun intended, but still, they got you. They got you. You know, and this I thought was very interesting news, man. So, hey, you know, hey, brothers, man, hey, things is really getting close, man. It's really getting close. And best believe, if he's been doing this for years, they already got something in plan. You hear Trump talking about digital currency and all this other stuff. So they got stuff in plan. You see everything is ramping up with these C-hips, you know. They trying to sit up here, you know, put these, you know, coming with the C-hips. That's all you've been hearing. Now Apple got their own thing that they're trying to implant into someone's brain. Come on, man. It's just a matter of time, man. Shit could kick off at any time. They already got the technology and everything there. It's just a matter of time. That Revelations 13, 16, and 17 going to be kicking in real soon. You know, that mark. So with that, man, but I thought this was interesting. I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I'd like to say Kwam Yasharella and Abba Babal and Anya Habatham Malakiam. Shalom.